Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. The Wi Fi is a bit all over the place, but hopefully, you can hear me. Match day 4 deadline stream is here. We're only almost like less than 2 hours away from the kickoff of the knockout stage. The World Cup has been amazing, man. I still prefer the World Cups, but this one is actually starting to top my list because that group stage was magnificent. In terms of group stage, that was the most perfect group stage I've ever seen. Nothing was predictable at all. So hopefully you guys can hear me. As always, any questions? How are you doing? How are you feeling ahead of match day 4? Is your team ready? Are you still bothered about your team? Still making changes? How are you, Lucy? How are you, Soldier Boy? As always, send in your questions. I'll be answering all of them. If there's any internet problems, don't worry. It's going to pick up. Lucy says my midfielders are Saka, Olmo, Fernandez, ZH, and Klassen. Any changes you'd make? Not really. I mean, unless Saka doesn't start, I think he will. Olmo, Fernandez, ZH, Klassen. I think he can keep all of them, no problem at all. Between those teams, it's literally up to you. Argentina, France, whichever midfielders and strikers you pick, is literally up to you. I don't think there's a right and wrong choice at all. Ezin says my team is looking like Giroud, Messi, Depay. Problem is not Brazil players, and I'm not convinced by Richarlison. Vinicius, maybe, if you're not convinced by Richarlison, as in ZH, Fernandez, Pulisic, thinking of Croatian player or Japan. I've thought about that as well. I've thought about Modric, Kamada. Is it worth it? It's a very hard game to predict, but I can see goals, maybe 1-1, 2-1, or something like that. So that is a tough game. Pick players from Morocco and Spain as well. Like I've thought about Olmo. I've thought about the Morocco players, Hakimi and ZH as well, but you can't have everyone, man. You literally cannot have everyone. Sparta, how are you? Hope you're doing well. How are you, Chan, as well? Soldier Boy says, you saved me last week and I paid you to have good health and thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. You're about to take a minus what? Was it like a minus 30 or something crazy like that? ZH or Olmo, I'll probably go for ZH because he's on set pieces, corners, free kicks, and he takes shots like every single time, and he can get you key passes as well. So ZH, and he doesn't get subbed off as well. Olmo can get subbed off anytime. Would you rather have Sandro than Marquinhos? I mean, Sandro did hit the post a couple of games ago, but I do prefer Marquinhos. Defense, Otamendi, Cancelo, Maguire, Blind, Nopet, Martinez for goalkeeper. So you've doubled up on Argentina. You've also doubled up on Netherlands and then Portugal, Maguire. I mean, no problem at all. I don't have any problem with this defense at all. I feel everyone is going to start, so I don't think it's crazy. If Netherlands and Argentina go through, you're going to have 4 defenders from one match if you don't make any transfers then. Foden and Perisic, Osaka, and almost says Nesh. Foden and Perisic, Osaka, and Olmo. Now we don't know if Foden is going to start. If Foden was a guaranteed starter, I mean, I had him in the last week. He scored the most points for me in the last week. So I'd probably say that. Listen, if let me answer it like this: if Foden starts, I'd go for the first one. Because Morocco do have a very good defense, so I don't expect Olmo to be scoring 2 or 3 goals against them. Let's see, Enzo Fernandez is a good option in midfield as Di Maria will not says Bilal. Yeah, I think he will start in midfield with McAllister and DePaul. So any midfielders you choose from that, I don't think there's any issue at all. Zelo says is Rabi a good pick? I talked about him in the team selection yesterday. So yes, I think he is a good pick. I mean, the first game he scored, he assisted, and he also got 4 tackles, which gets you points as well. So we want a midfielder like that. Full for assist points. I mean, I think Acuna will start at the left back position, but they also have Tagliafico, so literally anyone could start. And Acuna got a yellow card last time, so I don't know if that is going to affect his starting time. Is he going to go to Tagliafico? I'm probably going to say Acuna. And did you hear about Netherlands players having the flu? Yeah, I heard Van Gaal saying that, and he said he's not sure. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's see the team news. At least we get to see the team news for that, though. At least we get to see the team news in the next 10 minutes. Goal center, how are you? Alisson, Martinez, Marquinhos, Maguire, Blind, Sosa, Hernandez, Saka, De Jong, Bruno, Rabiot, Mbappe, Messi. That looks very similar to the team that I had yesterday. That that's you everyone. Remember, this is your game. Play it the way you want. You can go for everything, any player you want. You literally do not go with the same exact team content creators go for. So I mean, since that is the exact team I had yesterday, apart from Klassen, I'd probably say 9 out of 10. I had doubts on Richarlison, I had doubts on Rabi as well. There's so many strikers to pick up front, especially. Ken could score a hat trick this week. Not many people will have him. Better than Maguire because he's a left back and he's going to go forward more. Some people will have downstairs. Could you please review my team? I can't review your team. You're going to have to send me a team, Chan. It's a bit difficult to start switching stuff right now. Let's see. You can send me your team on Twitter, though. I can check it there. Which duo is Di Maria and De Jong? I mean, Di Maria is injured. He's not going to play, so that is easy. Di Maria is not going to play. Saga says, I wanted to know about matchday transfers. Do matchday transfers get carried forward? If yes, then how many will get carried forward to the next matchday? Probably one. There's nowhere in the rules where they've written about the knockout stage and carrying transfers. Again, whoever wrote the rules for that game seems to have been in a real rush because the way they wrote the rules, so many misunderstandings, so many other things missing out. So I'm guessing you can only carry one transfer forward. And this my Arsenal will play Alisson for sure. Alisson is the fast choice goalkeeper. Bilal says, if I go from Di Maria to Enzo, should I upgrade Klassen to De Jong? I don't think Klassen is a bad option. If Klassen plays further forward, so I don't think you have to do that. If you take out Di Maria for Enzo, I mean, you can. I would still keep Klassen and maybe try to upgrade elsewhere. Depay nailed last game. He did a lot of shots and gets unlucky not score. I don't think he's nailed though. I don't think he's always nailed before, but right now I don't think he's as nailed as we'd expect him to be because Berghaus can play in midfield, Klassen could be pushed forward. So, and the problem is he can play 50 minutes and get subbed off like we saw in the last game. I do not want my striker to be subbed off in the 50th minute, not at all, especially considering these games can now go to extra time, more opportunities to score a goal and stuff. I don't want my player to be subbed off in the 50th or 60th. So I'd probably not go for Depay. Any changes to this team? Says Jairam. Goalkeeper wouldn't change. Defense, I wouldn't change as well. Midfield, I wouldn't change. And then forward line, Richarlison, Mbappe, Messi. As I say, there's no correct or wrong answer about the striking positions. You can go for Messi, you can go for Mbappe, you can go for Richarlison, you can go for Giroud, you can go for Morata if you prefer. I think all of them might score this week, but the problem is you can't have all of them. Power captainship on Mbappe or Messi. Power captainship will automatically be picked for you. You don't pick your power captain. The one who scores the highest points gets the captaincy for you, so you don't have to worry about that one. Team-wise, I'm happy to keep the team, no problem. Soldier Boy says lineups are out. Great, let me check right now. Sandro or Marquinhos? Sandro plays as a left back. Personally, I prefer Marquinhos, but not saying Sandro won't do well. I just prefer Marquinhos. Badgevine benched, not surprised at all. He was poor in the first two games, so I'm not surprised he got benched in the third one and this one as well. Hopefully you guys can the internet is going down, up and down. McAllister, Enzo, or Rodrigo? Definitely not. Which Rodrigo is this? Are you talking about the Spanish Rodrigo? Or are you talking about the Brazilian Rodrigo? McAllister, Enzo, Rodrigo. Let me know, Nesh, which Rodrigo are you talking about? There's like 20 Rodrigos in the game. But since you said McAllister, Enzo, who are midfielders, Rodrigo is a striker. I don't think you're talking about Rodrigo De Paul, right? Yeah, I figured it out, Nesh. I figured it out myself. So you're talking about Rodrigo De Paul. It's tough as well. If McAllister starts, it becomes a very good option. So I'd take a punt on. I'd go for Enzo though. I'd go for Enzo. There's money. I'd go for him. Is Foden too risky? Says Gabriel. If we start, I mean, you get 4 transfers during the match day, so that is a good thing. So even if he doesn't start, you can just change him to someone else. But no, if he starts, it's a very good option. But as of now, it's risky because you just don't know if he's good. Foden or Saka is more nailed to start? Probably Saka. But since there's a chance they could go to extra time, I think I predicted that game to go to extra time. I would not be surprised if that game ended 1-1 and those players got subbed off early, 60, 70 minutes, and I think you get an extra substitution during extra time, so that makes it 6. Let's see. Norbert, VVD, Ake, Timber. That's the line. Oh, thank you. I was wondering, like, how the hell is that your team? How did you get so many Dutch players? I have it here though. So Norbert, Blind, Dumfries, Timber, Van Dijk, Ake, Frankie de Jong, De Ron, Klaassen, Gakpo, Memphis, Depay. So Depay starts, but the worry is getting subbed off. That is the worry. If he does the business in the first half, that is great. But USA don't really concede that many goals. They didn't consider goal against England. They didn't consider against Iran as well. So they're not that team to consider a bunch of goals. That is Netherlands lineup. For USA, if you have any of their players, they have Turner in goal, Dest, Zimmerman, Adams, Robinson, Musa, McKennie, Ferreira, Pulisic, Ream, and Ware. So that is USA's team. Best time to use power captain. This is a very what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, can use it anytime. For me, I already use it in the group stage. So if you want to use it right now, it's fine. If you want to use it in the quarterfinal, it's fine as well. And the semi-final. In the final and third place playoff, I wouldn't use it there. So if you still have it, probably now or quarterfinal, because there's a lot of teams with good fixtures, especially the Argentina and French and English players. So if you have a lot of players from those teams, I think it's best to use it right now. Flexible is the word I'm looking for. It's a very flexible chip. Thoughts on my Saka? So Saka is the best winger in the world. And then McAllister as well. McAllister has been doing bits for Brighton this season. If he definitely starts for Argentina this time around again, I think he did well in the last game. He scored as well. So I think that's not bad at all. I think I'm happy with that as well. 12th man activated. You are lucky, Chan. Norbert, Martinez, Acuna, you've gone heavy on Netherlands and Argentina there. Theo Hernandez as well. Alba, I've tried to fit in Alba in my team. He might still end up coming into my team, but I just don't know when. I just don't know where, though. I can't take out Theo Hernandez. I can take out Sosa. I can take out Maguire if I want, but I'm going to make that decision later. Pulisic, Klaassen, Perisic, Olmo, Gakpo, Messi, Mbappe, Richarlison might change something. So your 12th man is Mbappe. That's great. So strike-wise, I think it's fine. Strike-wise, I think you're okay. Midfield-wise, I think you're okay as well. Perisic against Japan. Now, Japan have conceded a few goals here and there, but I'm still not convinced about Perisic. I feel like there's a lot of other better midfielders like Bruno Fernandes. Even Paqueta, maybe this time, if he starts again, he was rested last game. Maybe he could be a better option as well. England midfielders as well, maybe Bellingham, Osaka. I'm keen on Perisic. Good team. Miller says Depay, good pick. If it was the Depay without the injury before the World Cup, it would have been great. But so far, it's not really convinced me. Obviously, he might score in the first half, but my worry is him getting subbed off early. I want my striker to play 90 minutes, 120 minutes if they go to extra time. And players like Mbappe and Messi are the ones who are going to do that. And probably Richarlison. Now that Jesus is out with an injury, Richarlison is pretty much nailed on. And Rodrigo kind of disappointed yesterday when he played. So I think Richarlison is a definite start and maybe plays 90 minutes. But simple and like yes or no. Yes, I'm still going to say yes because it's still Depay and he's starting and he's playing against USA. But personally, I wouldn't go for him. Igor, how are you? Nice seeing you again. That group stage was phenomenal, amazing, man. Like surprise results. I tweeted it yesterday. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, Iran beat Wales. Some people told me that is not a surprise, but considering Iran had just lost by 6 goals against England, that is why I put it down as a surprise. I mean, Belgium lost to Morocco, Cameroon beat Brazil. There's a lot of surprise results. Japan beat both Germany and Spain. Very, very good, man. And there's no team that won all 3 games, so that shows you anything can happen. About my side, but so many great games. I like the way the bracket has shaped up. I mean, Serbia was supposed to go through, man. You guys had a 2-1 lead. Mitrovic is a phenomenal player, by the way. He was fighting against Jack yesterday for a main game. Lucky, but to be fair. Let's see. Did I disappear? Klassen, Bellingham, Richarlison, or De Jong. Wait, let me read that again. That is a bit Richarlison or De Jong plus Gakpo plus Enzo. Klassen, Bellingham, Richarlison. Well, that's tough, but I'll probably go for the first one. I'd probably go for Klassen, Bellingham, Richarlison, the first option. De Jong or Pulisic? Probably De Jong. Netherlands are favorites. Let's see. Is it a bad idea to have two players playing against each other? Definitely not. Definitely not. I actually enjoy the game more when I have such a situation. Choose two between Dumfries, Okona, and Sandro, says Nesh. Dumfries and I'm gonna say Dumfries and Sandro if he's fit. Dumfries and Sandro, because Brazil don't concede a lot of goals. Like the first two games, they didn't even consider shot on target. And yesterday, no, they lost to Cameroon. But how many shots did Cameroon take? Not that many. They didn't really threaten that much to the point of, my goodness, Cameroon are battering Brazil here. They scored a good goal, yes, but Brazil usually have a very good chance of keeping a clean sheet from what I've seen from their qualifiers in this. I'm going to say Sandro and also Acuna. We just don't know if he's going to start or Tagliafico is going to be preferred. It was a goal at least lasted for half a season, champs. Thank you, AJ. Arsenal living rent-free in your head. Arsenal is living rent-free in your head. Good to see. Two best goalkeepers for this match day. Martinez, I'm going to mention 3 or 4. Martinez, Lloris, probably the bigger team. Let's just check these fixtures again. So probably, is that on screen yet? So probably Netherlands goalkeeper, Argentina goalkeeper, Brazil goalkeeper, and maybe France goalkeeper, those 4. I've thought about the Morocco goalkeeper as well and the Spanish goalkeeper in that game. It could easily end 0-0 and go to extra time. I think I predicted 4 games to go to extra time. I think Netherlands. I think I also said Japan to go to extra time. I think I also said Morocco, Spain to go to extra time, and England, Senegal. So those 4 goalkeepers, I can't choose 2, man. I can't choose 2. But if I was to choose one, probably Martinez. Let's see. Do Brazil have a backup left back? Telles is injured. Telles is a backup, but he's injured now. So Sandro is the only left back they have now. Di Maria might not play. He will not play. I think they've already confirmed it. They're managing him, and a lot of Argentinian outlets are saying Correa may start. Yeah, I've seen that as well. So that's pretty interesting. That means Lautaro Martinez won't play because Alvarez played really well the other day. Do you think USA will consider a lot? Maybe there are better teams to pick than Netherlands. I said Netherlands 2, USA 1. So that is a very close game. But I think I have Blind in my team, but I think USA will score. Do Brazil have answer that one? Martinez, Otamendi, Shaw, Theo, Klassen, Perisic, Saka, De Paul, Messi, Giroud, Kane, Alisson, Marquinhos, Sandro. You've gone heavy on Brazil defense there. So defensively, I don't think there's any problem. Midfield, Perisic. A lot of people are going for. How many points has Perisic scored so far? I've not even considered him at all. When I'm thinking about Croatia, I'm thinking about Modric because he's on penalties. Maybe I'm wrong not to go for Perisic. I'll just confirm that. But the rest of the team's good. I also thought about De Paul. I had him in my team selection video, but he'll definitely is a 50-50 option. He might not be in my team at all. He might end up coming back to my team. Messi, Giroud, I'm happy. Giroud is a very good pick. He's 1 goal away from breaking the record. So definitely a very good pick. So yeah, I'm happy with that team. No problem at all. Tron says I'm first in your league. That is epic, Tron. At least I think I'm in the top 10 at least. So better than the Champions League fantasy one. Power Carton paid off. Rashford got 58 points. That's crazy. I had Rashford in the team. 58 points. That sounds a lot. Did he get 58 points? That sounds a lot. Is it possible to get 58 points? He's a striker, right? I never checked his points anyway. Let me just check that as well, and also check the league positions and Perisic as well. So Rashford got 58 points from captaincy. He scored 2 goals. Surely not. I was about to wonder. He can't have got 50. So you got 58 points, not Rashford. I was about to freak out. I was like, how the hell did I miss out on 58 points? So Rashford got 26 points. He ended up getting 58 points. Got it, Tron. You don't have to explain it. I've got it. 10 points for goal and for 2 goals and also playing the minutes for 76 minutes. So that's great. I think Rashford is a good pick if he starts. If he was a guaranteed start, I think is a very good asset to have because he can take free kicks as well. So well done on being fast. Let me just check Perisic. How many points does Perisic have so far? Because I really don't like him. I know he's on corner sometimes. So he got 2 points, 8 points, 2 points. So yeah, Perisic has not really done anything magnificent. And I would not be surprised if Japan won that game. So yeah, Perisic only has 2 assists so far. He's costing, how much does he cost? 7.5 million. I feel like that is too much for Perisic, to be honest. I'd rather look for the 1 million to head to Modric. But hey, no problem with going for him at all. If that is who you someday we'll see Jamaica in the World Cup. Hopefully for you, we'll see Jamaica in the World Cup. I mean, next World Cup there's 48 teams, so there's a chance for teams like Colombia to return, teams like Chile to return, teams like Jamaica to be there, teams like South Africa to be there, teams like Nigeria to be there to return to the World Cup, teams like New Zealand. So all the teams that missed out have to play next time. Italy as well, another team that missed out that was big team. Bilal says Martinez, Blind, Shaw, Hernandez, Otamendi, Saka, Enzo Fernandez. So as you can see from all the teams I've seen, there's a lot of similarities. Almost everyone has Mbappe, almost everyone has Messi, almost everyone has Martinez or Noppert as the goalkeeper. Almost everyone has either Blind or Dumfries. Theo Hernandez is in almost every single team. So if you go for a couple of differentials, I feel like if you go for like 2 differential, let's say you don't go for Theo Hernandez and you go for like any center back who starts and then he ends up scoring, you're going to gain a lot because a lot of teams are similar. That is why if you're trying to win like this whole thing or trying to win a mini league, where you can win it is the group stage usually, because that is where teams are different. The moment you get to the quarterfinal or semi-final, basically everyone has Messi, everyone has Mbappe. So I don't think there's any trouble. I'm going with a couple of differentials, although I think Mbappe has to be in your team, because if he scores a couple against Poland, he's on like 90% ownership or something crazy like that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Alisson, Bruno, Richarlison, Sandro, and I have 2.5 million left. Any upgrade suggestions? Defensively, that's okay. Klassen, Rabia, Messi. I actually don't think so. So since you get 4 transfers, 4 subs or 4 transfers during the match day, I don't think there's any problem with having like 2 million or 2.5 million in the bank just in case. You might need to move from Enzo Fernandez from Saka to someone more expensive. So I don't think there's any problem of having that 2.5 million in the bank. I can't really suggest anyone to change here. I think this team is good enough. Maybe if you want Maguire, that is more expensive than Shaw, but I think Shaw is a good pick. The rest, I don't think there's any problem. Sandro, Brazil, I think you can go for him, no problem at all. Maybe Thiago Silva if you want to go different. Klassen is starting, so I wouldn't change it. So keep the 2.5 million. It can help you. Ty says my team is Pickford, Hernandez, Otamendi, Dest, Maguire, Bruno. So you've gone for a USA defender there. Fernandez, Pulisic, and Pulisic, another USA player as well. Bellingham, Mbappe, and Messi. What should I upgrade? Bellingham, I have Bellingham in my team as well. But if Saka was guaranteed to start or Foden was guaranteed to start, I'd probably switch from Bellingham to one of them. But the rest of the team looks good. Maybe Dest. Maybe I wouldn't go for Dest. I know he got an assist last game, but this is Netherlands, though. He's up against the likes of Van Dijk in this one. He's not up against Iran. This is Van Dijk's players who have been nominated for Ballon d'Ors and stuff. So I wouldn't go for Dest. I'd probably go for another defender from another team. So which team? You have England, you have France already, you have Argentina. Maguire, Bruno. I mean, if you want, you already have a double up on England. If you want to go for another defender from Argentina, you can go for that. If you want to be the but if you're supporting America, there's no problem with going for players from that. Makes you enjoy the game more. Shaw, Maguire. I think this is close. I literally do not have an answer for this, so I think this is very, very close. Like, depending on how I feel, I can even end up switching Maguire to Shaw in the last minute. I think all of them could still do the job if they both keep. I don't think Shaw yes can get an assist, but so can Maguire. Maguire's. I never thought I'd talk so many positive things about Maguire and Shaw, Man United players, and also Maguire just being Maguire, talking so many positive things about him. But in this game, like the corner kicks and stuff is absolutely lethal. It's like a penalty. Like when England get a corner or a free kick, I'm expecting Maguire to get in the end of it like a penalty. So it's like 51% Shaw, 49% Maguire. I've only got there just for fun, just for corners and stuff, just to have a different feeling when they have a corner. Who'd be the better differential, ZH or Pulisic? ZH. Do you think Norbert is a good choice? Yes. Klaassen or Perisic? Klaassen. If Sandro is injured, who is the best replacement for him? 0 million back. Brazil. I'd probably go for another Brazil defender, but I don't know how much. Let me see. So Danilo is injured. Telles is injured. Now, since those players are injured, there's a chance Marquinhos or Militao playing at right back yesterday, and Marquinhos came on and played at left back. So it is possible for those players to play at left back or right back. So if you're feeling risky, Lucy, I'd actually go for Militao. I have a feeling Militao could start again in this one. League could start. But if you want a direct, how much is Sandro? 5 million, depending on how many which other defenders do you have, Lucy, let me know. How are you, Alan? Nice seeing you again. Liad, how are you? I'm doing Martinez, Alisson, Otamendi, Shaw, Sandro, Hernandez, Alba, Enzo. A lot of people are going for Enzo Fernandez. Olmo, Messi, Mbappe, Richarlison. So goalkeeper, no problem. Messi, Mbappe, Richarlison. I feel like there's no correct or wrong answer. As long as you have Mbappe, I feel like the others you can go for anyone. You can go for Giroud instead of Richarlison. You can go for Morata if you want. I feel like anyone is okay there. Midfield wise, what are you looking for from your midfield here? Are you looking for goals? Are you looking for key passes, tackles? Like I'm looking for goals, because 7 points for a goal is a lot. I know most midfielders are disappointed, but if you have all your midfielders scoring goals, that would be great. So, Rabiot can score. Obviously, Saka can score. Obviously, all those players can score. I'm not even sure what I'm talking about, but pretty differential for Olmo and Enzo. I think those are very differential picks, and also Rabiot is another differential pick. So I have like 3 differential picks there. Who's the other midfielder? Because I can see 4 midfielders there: Saka, Enzo Fernandez, and also Bruno Fernandes. Okay, so that is 5 midfielders. So any upgrades? Enzo, Messi, Olmo. I know I probably wouldn't go for Olmo. Morocco's defense is very good. Morocco have not conceded a goal yet. The only goal they've conceded was an own goal. They scored themselves. They've not actually conceded a goal against Belgium, against Croatia, and against Canada as well. I feel like that game is going to be 0-0 or something until extra time or something crazy like that. I feel like Olmo will be subbed off before he does anything. So I wouldn't really go for Olmo. Classic starting thoughts. Yeah, you can go for him. Is definitely a good option. Who'd be better? I answered that one. Check the lineup again. Check the lineup. I checked the lineup, Alan. Thiago Silva or Alba? I'm going to go for Alba because he attacks more, and also I say that game could end 0-0. Let's see. I did not. That was actually going to go and say I'll surprise myself. Yeah, a lot of teams will be similar though. A lot of teams will be similar, so that is why you can go for differentials. So if you want to stick with someone like Olmo, Liad, you can go for it because a lot of teams will be similar. Almost everyone will have Mbappe. Almost everyone will have Theo Hernandez, a goalkeeper, Argentina goalkeeper. Almost everyone will have them. So let's see. Let's see. I remember you said you were working on a World Cup documentary and watched all games. Do you think it helped you with this game? You're doing well. You were working on a one and watched all games. Yeah, I watched all. I've not missed one single game. Like I usually hear people saying, and I don't really want to watch all the games. Like, what are you talking about? This thing comes every 4 years. So if you have a chance of watching every single game, you watch every single game. Like the last 4 or 5 days have been incredible. 2 screens and you just watch everything. And yes, I worked on the World Cup documentary. It took me like 2 months to make that video. So if you love football documentaries, if you just check the channel Football Reminisce, you can get it there. That is my third channel. Let's see. But yes, it helped me. You gain a lot of knowledge doing all this stuff. So yes, and also a bit of luck. Fantasy also takes a bit of luck. I mean, I brought in Foden in the very last minute, so he got like a goal and an assist, and he only came to my team last minute. What will your starting lineup once the Netherlands game starts look like? Just out of curiosity, like my team says Elliot. I mean, from that starting lineup, there's probably still going to be a couple of changes. Now, Messi and Mbappe are probably not going anywhere, but Bellingham might end up not being in my team, and Maguire as well. But if I switch those two players, I'm just going to switch to other England players, not players from any other team. So probably 80% of that team will be the same. Sosa as well. I'm looking to upgrade Sosa if possible, but the rest of the team probably will remain the same. If players go to penalty shootouts, so if players like Asensio scores twice, once in full time, then in a penalty, you don't get any points for penalty shootouts. No, if that is what you're asking. Do you think there will be aims this week? I gave the predictions yesterday, so let me just quickly. I don't even have to put this, so I think I have a banner here. Netherlands, no. I'm going for Netherlands to win 2-1. I'm going to go for Argentina to win 3-0, so that's a clean sheet for them. Let me remove that from screen. Japan, Croatia, I think both teams will score. Brazil, Korea, I think Brazil will keep a clean sheet. France, Poland, I think France will keep a clean sheet. England, Senegal, I think both teams will score. Morocco, Spain, I'm going to go for Spain to keep a clean sheet. Portugal, Switzerland, no clean sheet. So Spain, France, Brazil, Argentina. So just 4 teams according to my predictions. Let's see. I currently have Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar in my forward line, says Boris. Do you think Neymar is a good option? The reason I chose him is because I had 3 million spent. Now, I wouldn't go for Neymar. Maybe in the future, in the quarterfinal or semifinal. But for this round, I wouldn't go for him. How are you, Danish? How are you? Vinicius De Paul. Vinicius is a good pick. Not many people will have him because he's slightly expensive, but he's the one who's been assisting those goals which Alisson has been scoring, and he just looked very good. He also scored and it got disallowed. Nopet or Alvarez or Vinicius, De Paul, Nopet or Alvarez, Perisic, Emi, Martinez. You know what? For the fun of it, I'm going to go for the first one because I really like that Vinicius pick, and I don't like Perisic as an option for this game. In the last one, in the other option, my differentials are Unai Simon, Akuna, and Shaqiri. Shaqiri is a massive differential, man. This is another guy like the Mexican goalkeeper Troy. This guy's only play at the World Cup. Every single tournament, I never finish a World Cup or Euros without seeing Shaqiri. But when it comes to club football, it disappears for like 4 years and then he comes back. Tron looks like Martinelli. That is a huge compliment for Tron. Huge compliment. Martinelli is one of the best players in the world right now. Let's see. Shaw or Maguire, Klassen or De Jong, says Christian. Shaw or Maguire. As I said, Shaw and Maguire, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. So any really. Klassen or De Jong, probably Klassen because he's playing further forward. I know I have De Jong, but that is my differential pick. So I think you can have like 3 differential picks in your team. And I also did the other reason I have De Jong is because he was in my team in match day 3 and he did very well for me. So I'm rewarding him after doing well for me. So I'm going to keep him. Messi and Mbappe. Mbappe and Richarlison captaincy duo. The first one, Gabriel, the first one. Now, I said the first one, but Richarlison, South Korea have been conceding a lot of goals. They conceded against Portugal. They conceded 3. Was it 3 against Ghana or something crazy like that? So they are conceding goals. So, but Mbappe has Poland, who played really poorly against Argentina, and Messi is playing against Australia. Sorry to anyone from Australia watching this, but everyone will expect Argentina to win that game. So, first one, Gabriel. I'm doing well. Do you really think or do you think injuries will catch up and end up? I don't think you're going to drop past second. So I think the only team that is going to get past us is Man City. So Alan says, sharing my squad: Norbert, Simon, Acuna, Marquinhos, Sandro, Shaw, Theo, Perisic, Saka, Bruno, Shaqiri, Olmo, Mbappe, Messi, Richarlison. Goalkeeper, no problem, Alan. Defensively as well, no problem. Everyone is going for Perisic. I literally do not like Perisic as a pick, honestly. I know he's playing against Japan, but Japan have just beaten Germany and Spain. So Japan is not an easy game. They've beaten Germany and Spain, 2010 and 2014 champions. So Saka, Bruno, Shaqiri. Shaqiri is a differential there with Olmo, so that's great. I probably wouldn't go for Perisic. And which other midfielders can you get? Saka, Bruno. I mean, you already have Saka, you already have Bruno. Maybe an Argentinian midfielder instead of Perisic. Alan, have you had that in mind? Are you thinking about any Argentina midfielders, or are you happy with Perisic? And even if I was to go for a Croatian midfielder, I'd probably go for Modric. Richarlison or Morata. I'm still going to say Richarlison because Morata is up against a tough defense, very, very tough. Richarlison is playing South Korea. Morata is playing Morocco. Morocco do not concede goals, man. And you can see why. They have quality defenders. Saiss, who's played in the Premier League, Hakimi, who plays for PSG, Mazraoui, who's played for Ajax and Bayern Munich. So they have quality defenders. Who is differential? I'm going to go for De Jong, but there could be a few. There could be a few, even ZH as well. Power captain. If you want to play a power captain, I'd probably play it this week. Jordi Alba, Soldier Boy. I think Japan can score 2 goals against Croatia, but I don't think Morocco will score more than 1 against Spain. I actually predicted a Spanish clean sheet there. Yes, PD, I do think that, but I have Bellingham in my team because Saka could be rotated. I mean, they played really well the other day, Rashford and Foden. So does that mean they're going to start instead of Sterling and Saka? It's a possibility. So, but as I say, that could end up changing. I could bring on Saka or Foden instead of Bellingham. Igor says my team now Pet and Martinez. Goalkeeper, I don't have any problem with goalkeepers, whoever you pick. Defensively as well, doesn't seem anything wrong. Saka, Foden, Perisic, another one with Perisic. And Modric, wow. Double up on Croatia's midfield. I feel like Croatia are very lucky to go through. So, like, did you see how many chances they considered against Belgium? Like, if Lukaku was serious, that game would have been 5-0 to Belgium. So I don't like Croatia this time round. They are very lucky to qualify, very, very lucky. So I think I went for Croatia to win 2-1, but I'm starting to think Japan could win that game 2-1. So I wouldn't double up on their midfield, Igor. I'd probably take out Perisic and keep Modric. The rest of the team, it's great. And maybe Depay, I'd go for Gakpo instead of Depay. But listen, maybe Depay is your differential, so you can go for him. As you said, he's on penalty, so you can stick with it. Yasin says, do you think we can use unlimited transfers for quarterfinals as we did in game 1 and game week 2 and 3? If you play, probably, Yasin. Saka. I'd probably say Saka. If you start, it's Saka. I mean, it's not really leaked. I mean, when the coach does the press conference, like last time when the press conference happened, Southgate said Henderson is going to start. So he literally said it. So it wasn't really a leak. And the leak really comes from journalists from England and also Sky Sports. Sometimes they get it confirmed the previous day. So maybe tonight or something, they'll tell us tomorrow Saka is going to start or Bellingham is going to be on the bench. So it's not really a leak that is secret. No, it's usually just Sky Sports who announce it or a journalist, those top journalists from England usually announce it. So I guess they get to know it early. I don't think it's a good thing for them because their lineups leak a lot. So even if they reach the final, their lineups will be known a day before. Messi just the 2 points from last match day. Really? He did have a lot of shots on target that day. He was taking a lot of shots here. That penalty as well was a shot on target. Let me just confirm that. If they've added me points, I'll be very happy. Let's see. But yes, he had a lot of shots. Oh yeah, you're right. He got 5 points. He's moved from 3 points to 5. That is interesting. Yeah, because he won a penalty. That makes sense. So that is another thing with this game, though. The penalty situation, it was always, if you win a penalty, you get 2 points. That is always the case. So even if the guy who's taking the penalty misses, it's fine. You've already gotten those 2 points. But then after match day 1, they changed it again from not winning the penalty to getting an assist for it. I think Alba got an assist for winning a penalty. So he got 3 points instead of 2. It seems now they've changed it back. So because Messi won the penalty, he was fouled for the penalty. They've given him an extra 2 points. I'll definitely take that. Thank you for pointing that, Alon. So yes, they didn't give him the penalty 1 point. So they have now. And another like 4 shots on target, which got him an extra 2 points. So that is why he won the penalty. So I guess you don't get an assist for the penalty. You get the penalty 1. So if Messi scored that penalty, he basically gets the goal and the assist as well, if that makes sense. I could raise Olmo and Saka for Modric and Bellingham. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. I feel like that is quite close. I think Saka and Bellingham could probably do the same. And Olmo and Modric, I do think Modric will score or get a return. He has a better chance of getting a return against Japan. And Olmo is playing against a very defensive team. Morocco do not concede goals at all. So I'd probably go for the second one, Liad. Perisic is due a goal. Such a good player for Croatia always. I mean, yes, you can say that, but then again, I can say Harry Kane is due a goal. I can say Dumfries is due a goal. There's a lot of players who are due goals, so I just prefer the ones who've played well. But yes, I mean, if you want a differential and you feel like his time is now, you can definitely go for him if you prefer. But I wouldn't double up. That's the thing. Otamendi and Martinez, or Otamendi and Nopet. Depends on whether you already have a Dutch defender. If you don't have any Dutch defenders like Blind or Dumfries, you can go for the first one. But let me answer that. Let me say that again. So you want, is it Otamendi and Martinez or Otamendi and Nopet? So you can go for Otamendi and Nopet if you don't have any Dutch defenders. But if you already have like Dumfries or Blind, you can go for Otamendi and Martinez. But I wouldn't doubt a Netherlands defender. Danish says Nopet, Alisson, Marquinhos, Trippier, Shaw, Hernandez, De Paul, Bruno, Olmo, Saka, Klaassen, Messi, Mbappe, Vini. Currently stuck between Marquinhos and Trippier, or Maguire and Sandro. Trippier is a bit of all over the place for now because Walker is back. So I just don't know if Trippier is guaranteed to start. That is a slight concern because Walker is back. I don't know, maybe Trent impressed him the other day. So there's a chance he could be subbed. There's a game Trippier got subbed off, if I'm not wrong. So Marquinhos and Trippier, Maguire and Son. I'd go for Marquinhos and Maguire probably because those are the ones I have anyway. De Jong or Olmo, De Jong. That's very easy. I'd go for De Jong. I'm okay with Perisic, to be honest. I think he's much more attacking than any Argentina midfielder, even though I support them. Perisic on set pieces as well. He is on set piece. That is a good point. He takes the corners and free kicks sometimes, so that is a good thing. But Croatia, I'm just saying because Croatia did not play well at all against Belgium, they were very lucky to go through. They should have lost that game 5-0 or 6-0. And also, Perisic has basically not done anything apart from the assists he got. And I still feel like Australia is an easier fixture than Japan. And I also wouldn't double up. If Perisic is the only Croatian you're going for, that is okay. But I wouldn't go for him and also Modric and Sosa at the same time. No. Freddy says, besides Messi and Mbappe, who's a differential captain and who can be a good 12th man? Giroud, Could be a good 12 man. Also, differential captain, depending on who you have in your team. So the Netherlands players or Alvarez from Argentina as well. I could go even more differential and get Pulisic or Ziyech, but I believe in Perisic more says Alan. That's interesting. That's interesting. You can go. You can go with your gut for sure, Alan. Whatever, however you feel, you're the manager of your team. Remember, so if you like Perisic more than these other two players, that is good. I mean, you watch the games. I watch the games. So whoever you prefer, you go with whoever you like. Basically, I don't have a problem with you guys going for Perisic, but I personally wouldn't go for him at all. Like, even if I was to make a second team, I probably wouldn't include him in that one as well. Chan says, thanks to you, I decided to bring in Paqueta for Perisic. What have I done? What have I done? Chan has moved out Perisic, and then Perisic scores a hat trick. I'll be in big trouble. I'll be in huge trouble. Suggest an 8.5 million midfielder, De Jong, Tamid. Left Pulisic in my team, though, so I have one player if they of the US if they should win today. Interesting. I think USA will win. It's possible. This World Cup, anything can happen. I think Netherlands will win it. I think DePaul and McAllister are very overrated fantasy-wise, says Alan. I mean, DePaul, in the last game, he had 2 tackles. So he was 1 tackle short of getting a point. And he also had, I think, 2 key passes. So I think he was also 1 point. Basically, he was one tackle short from getting an extra point for a tackle. And he's also 1 point short from getting a point for a key pass. So he had key passes in that game. He had tackles. So I think you get a point for 3 tackles and a point for 2 key passes. So I think he had 1 key pass and he also had 2 tackles. So he missed out by 1 in each. So that is why I might still go for him in my team. But in terms of attacking, yes, he's not really delivered as people expected him to. But he did get an assist. So you will transfer him out if he doesn't play for another Brazil defender, maybe Dallo. So I had Messi just cut up from to 40 points now. This game is crazy. You know, you might just sleep and wake up and you've moved from 6th to top of the table. Like, it's just crazy. Things just change. But if the game was very good and had no bugs and no silly stuff going on, this would probably be one of the best games. I really love the power captain chip. I've never really seen it before. I also like the 12-man chip. I've never seen it in any other fantasy game. And I played the Norwegian fantasy, I played the Champions League fantasy, FPL as well, the Euros, the Bundesliga fantasy, and I've never seen this at all. So that is pretty interesting. Foden has also gone to 18 points. So I've lost some points from Foden, right? Foden was on. That's I was looking at my positives. I didn't look at my negative. Foden has moved from 24 points to 18. Why the hell did that move? Let me just check. Goal, 7 points. Why? I thought Foden got an assist. But Foden was fouled for the Rashford free kick. So they've taken away the assist for Foden. That is crazy. I don't even know the rules anymore, though. I'm just playing because it's fun. I see Rome got an extra point too because they deducted 1 point too many for conceding goals. Great. Who knows the rules anymore, Igor? Who knows the rules anymore? Olmo or Bellingham, please answer. Bellingham. Could you check my first draft? I sent it on Twitter. Okay, Tron. I've gone with Kane. I think he will turn up now. That is a massive differential. Shaqiri or Modric. Shaqiri is too differential. Bellingham over Saka. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Like, any of those players is okay. Let's see. I agree the Croatian double up is maybe a bit too much, but I'm supporting them, so a bit of an emotional decision. Yeah, if you're supporting a team, like if you're a USA fan, you're from USA and you want Pulisic and Weah and Dest, you can go for it. If you support Japan and you want Kamada and Minamino and Tomiyasu, go for it. Like if you're supporting the team, that's great. Pulisic punt, go for it as well. I had is a doubt, but I think they will work hard to make Sandro fit because they don't have any other original left backs. Yeah, but I think Marquinhos did okay at left back last night. But yes, they definitely prefer Sandro there. I'm using my power captain, says Elf. I think USA will beat Netherlands. Interesting. McAllister or Paqueta. Paqueta, I'm using, see, Foden matched the 3 points. I changed from 12 to 9. Yeah, they've removed his assists. I just don't know why. He was fouled for the free kick. So I was rejoicing Messi's points being added, but I just realized I lost 4 points from my captain. Suggest a midfielder of 8.5 million. I answered that one. Alba versus Morocco. Dumfries versus USA. Alba versus Morocco. I think that is could be a clean sheet. What do you think of double England defense? I think Senegal will score. So no. That's the issue, says Danish. I can't afford Maguire plus Marquinhos, so I have to go with either Trippier or Sandro. Would you suggest any other player with maximum 5 million value? I mean, I'd go for Maguire and Sandro then. I'd go for those teams. I wouldn't change the team. I'd go for Maguire and Sandro then. Although you can also go for Shaw and still have Marquinhos, right? I feel like if you have a problem with money, then you can downgrade Maguire to Shaw, or even to Trippier if you prefer. So since you say that, so you can go for Trippier or Sandro if you prefer. That's that option. Trippier and Sandro. Nope. Mourinho says, "Let me see a bench." Nope. That is where I'm going to go. Differential. So my 4 bench players are secret. So that is. I want to win the competition. Remember, Rashford or Richarlison. Alisson because he's a guaranteed starter. I also lost the assist, bro. Don't worry. I also lost the assist from Foden. I don't know why though. Jesus is out of the World Cup. Yes. I'm worried. As an Arsenal fan, I'm a bit worried. Thankfully, the league does not start until like 3 weeks from now. Rashford or Kane? Kane. Penalties. Guaranteed starter. He loves taking a shot as well. If Rashford was a guaranteed starter, I'd probably say Rashford. I don't know why they've taken away that point for winning the free kick, that return. That is an assist. Saka or Foden, says Sahid. Saka. De Jong. Should I cover Netherlands and Croatia? Would it be bad not to cover? I think it's bad not to cover Netherlands. I don't think it's the end of the world not to cover Croatia. I want to go with Kane as 12th man, but I feel like he's not playing that well. I mean, he's gotten a couple of assists. As a 12th man, I mean, the thing with this game and the 12th man chip, I think you have to get it right. I feel like if you play your 12th man and he blanks, it's going to completely ruin your mood. Like I remember Mbappe in matchday 1, he only scored like in the 70th minute. I was getting very worried that my 12th man chip would not return anything. So I know what you're saying. You need to have someone who you're totally guaranteed is going to score this week. So I think Kane can offer you that. I think they're going to get a 2-1 win against Senegal. So best English midfielder, Saka, then Bellingham, then Foden. Badvine thoughts, terrible at this World Cup. Simple as that, as in don't go anywhere near him. I went for him in matchday 1 and 2, big mistake. I wish I had gone for De Jong early. So Tron has Messi, Giroud, Mbappe, Asensio, McAllister, Fernandes. Asensio, wow, interesting. Saka, Sandro, Shaw, Alba, Neopet, Hernandez, Sosa, Olmo. I wouldn't go for that many Spanish players, Tron. That Morocco defense is not a joke. Like that would be when are Spain playing? I have the fixture here. Spain are playing the second last game. So if Olmo and Asensio both blank, you're in a bit of trouble because you won't really have anyone to bring on. So I would not double up on that midfield from Spain. Even if you support Spain, I'd rather go for a double up on defense. Olmo and Asensio. The other thing is these players can get subbed off anytime and early as well. Like 60 minutes, they could be gone to the bench and anyone else coming on. And as I said, Morocco defense is not a joke. Who do you, let's see. Already have Shaw. It's between Trippier and Marquinhos or Maguire and Sandro. Maguire and Sandro, then you should go for Maguire and Sandro. Is it worth doubling, doing a double Argentina defense? I think it is. I think it is. I don't think Australia will score. Famous last words. Imagine Australia beat them 3-1. This World Cup is just crazy. So I don't mind that at all. Do you think it's stupid? Chim says, do you think it's stupid to go for a midfield and a defender facing each other? No, I don't. I usually don't follow that. I usually hear, even in FPL, sometimes I go for my striker as captain and the goalkeeper is playing against. Basically, when I play FPL, sometimes I have Haaland as captain, and then if he's playing like Brighton, I have Sanchez as my goalkeeper. I think you kind of win-win situation. If Haaland doesn't score, you probably get save points from your goalkeeper, for example. So I don't mind that at all, Chim. They can all return. I mean, there's no reason why they can't all return. Your midfielder can get 4 points for key passes and tackles and still assist, and your defender can also score in the same match day. How comes you don't have Saka? Because I'm not sure if he's definitely going to start. That is why, because Foden and Rashford played really, really well. So the thing is, even if Saka starts, if he doesn't do well in the first half, he could easily be subbed off for Rashford and Foden. That's the worry I have about Saka and Foden and Rashford, those three players. Richarlison or Rashford or Gakpo? Richarlison or Rashford or Gakpo? I'd probably say Gakpo. Is this a good midfield? Pulisic, Ziyech, Saka, and Enzo and Bruno? I mean, you've gone for 3 differentials. I feel like 3 differentials is a lot. So I wouldn't go for both Pulisic and Ziyech. I'd go for one. The rest I'd keep. Is Bellingham guaranteed to start? Yes, him is definitely guaranteed to start. RK says, how you doing? I'm doing good. She says, please subscribe and smash the like button. Yes, I appreciate you guys. If you do that, hit the like button if you've enjoyed the stream or if you've had any questions answered. So I put a poll in the chat asking which team is the best to triple up on this match day. And so far, 40% have said Argentina, 38% have said Brazil, 16% have said France, and 6% have said another team. So that is interesting. Very close between Argentina and Brazil. Brazil, if Brazil beats South Korea, which I'm expecting them to, they will end up facing either Japan or Croatia. So there's a huge chance that they could have double clean sheet in the round of 16 and in the quarterfinal if things go well. So I kind of agree with Brazil. I do agree with Brazil. I've been thinking a lot about taking out Sauce and bringing in another defender from there as well. Christian says, what do you think about Molina instead of Otamendi? The problem with Molina is that you're not guaranteed he's going to start. Like, there's another right back who could start, and I think Otamendi will definitely start. So that's the thing. If Molina was definitely going to start, or you've seen he's definitely confirmed that he's going to start, then you can have him as the right back, no problem. But the thing is, they have 2 left backs and they have 2 right backs. Any of them can start. So that is what I'm worried about there. Perisic or Rabiot and upgrade goalies. Who's your goalkeeper, Gabriel? Who is your goalkeeper? Let me just check if you had sent your team earlier. Perisic or Rabiot? I'd go for Rabiot. Everyone seems to be going for Perisic, though, but I just don't like him in this game. I've gone for him a couple of times in UCL Fantasy, but not this game. So upgrade. Who is your goalie? Who's your goalie at the moment, or who are your goalies at the moment? I don't think there's a huge deal about goalkeepers. You can go for the Argentine goalkeeper if you prefer. You can go for Lloris if you can go for Noppet as well, whoever you prefer. So yeah. Now I had my rank as 2,900. Now that they've removed Foden's points, I don't know if that means I'm going to drop further than that. That would be a kill. I was really hoping to get back to the top 1,000 this week. Do you think midfielder England or forward England is better? Midfielder. Is Paqueta good or you'd avoid? I mean, if you don't have any Brazil attacker, I don't think that could be a differential. I mean, he's not played that well. I've seen a lot of people asking for Paqueta to be subbed off, and Bruno Guimaraes not doing well, blah, blah, blah. But I think since he was rested, I think he will be fresh for this one. And it's against South Korea, a team that considered like 3 goals against Ghana. I think Brazil will enjoy that. And I know they didn't play well in match day 2 and 3, but I feel like this one, Brazil will enjoy it 3-0 or 4-0. So I don't think Paqueta is a crazy idea. You can go for him especially if you don't have any other Brazilian players. I'd go for Paqueta in midfield for sure. See. So Gakpo, I'm definitely thinking about Gakpo. That would be my third striker position is giving me a massive headache. I'm thinking about Gakpo. I'm thinking about Richarlison. I'm thinking about Giroud. Thinking about several players. So that is quite a problem. That is quite troubled for me. But I'll let you guys know my final team on Twitter and maybe in the community tab as well. But yeah, those are my predictions. I feel like those are the teams that are going to go through. Hopefully, will Pulisic play? Definitely. I mean, the lineups are already out and Pulisic is playing. Even if the lineups are not out, I feel like that guy is a hero in the USA. He's a hero. Like, there's no chance they can play without Pulisic. I think he got injured in the last game, if that is where the reasoning is coming from. So Pulisic cannot be on the bench. He's a hero there. Otamendi, of 5 million Dutch midfielder, or Sosa? I think Japan will score against Sosa. I have Sosa in my team just because of he's cheap. Otamendi, of 5 million Dutch defender. Again, Liadi, depends who else you have in your team. So can I check that right now? Liad. Your team has disappeared. But yes, it really depends on your team on who else you have in your defense and goalkeeper. But I'd probably go for 5 million Dutch. If you already have Martinez in goal, then there's no problem with going for the 5 million Dutch defender. But if you already have a 5 million Dutch defender, I wouldn't go for a double up. I think USA will score. So Otamendi. Into the super chat, RK, appreciate supports the channel a lot. I really appreciate that. Myron says best midfield options. Wow. Like, there's so many. Like, where do I start? There's so many. I think Bruno Fernandes against Switzerland is good. I think Klaassen against USA today is good as well. There's a couple of differentials too. So I don't think there's a right and wrong answer. I feel like McAllister, you can choose McAllister or DePaul if you prefer. If they're going to do well this week, you can even go for ZH or Pulisic if you prefer. So, but best, Bruno is the best this week. I do agree with Soldier Boy in this one. I also do not like Perisic. Make sure to comment on this video. If Perisic goes on and scores and assists or something like that, you can comment on this video and tell me, Glenn, you have no idea who Perisic is. But yeah, I'm not really convinced about him. Who to double up on other than Argentina defenders? Probably Brazil. If I double up, it's either Argentina or Brazil, because Brazil will probably have an easier fixture in the quarterfinal as well. How do I find the lineup for? I can just read it to you, but it's from Twitter, Saif. I can read you the lineup again. So Netherlands have goalkeeper Nopet. They have defense of Ake, Van Dijk, Timber, Dumfries, and Blind. Midfield of De Roon, Frankie de Jong, Klaassen, Gakpo, and Memphis up front. USA's defense goalkeeper is Matt Turner. Defense is Dest, Zimmerman, Tyler Adams. Okay, this is how they've written it, but I know Tyler Adams is not playing defensively. But Turner, Dest, Zimmerman, Adams, Robinson, Musa, McKennie, Ferreira, Pulisic, Rim, and Ware. So defensively, it's Rim, Robinson, Zimmerman, and Dest. I think midfield is Adams, McKennie, and Ferreira. I think up front is Ware, Pulisic, and Musa. Hopefully I got that right. So that is the lineup. Although USA have not really impressed me going forward, they didn't score against England. They only scored once against Wales, and they scored once against Iran. So there's that as well. How much budget do you have left? I have 4 million in the bank, so I feel like I can move from Sosa to Thiago Silva or Sosa to show if I want. So no problem. So you have less than 20 minutes, so finalize your teams. Make sure to hit the like button as well. I'd go for Maguire, as in Maguire is more guaranteed, but I don't think Hakim is a bad option at all. Personally, I feel defensive-wise, you have to have a Brazil defender, an Argentine defender, a France defender, and then for the rest of the positions, then you can go differential, maybe Hakimi or a USA defender. I don't think it's up to, you can go for either Maguire or Hakimi. You can either go for either Hakimi or Dest or a defender from Japan. That is why I'll put Hakimi in that category. I think Maguire and players like Shaw, you have to have a defender from England. He hasn't said will Romero start. They said they'll probably keep the same teams. So I was thinking, you're talking about Christian Romero, right? So I was thinking maybe Lisandro Martinez could be back, but according to reports, they're going to go with the same team. So he could start. Is Rabia what he is against Australia in match day 1? He got a goal and assist and also 4 tackles. So that is definitely good. Good if he does that again against Poland. Silva or Sandro? If he can afford Thiago Silva, I'll go for Thiago Silva because there's a few rumors about Sandro. But if he can afford Thiago Silva, I'd go for him because he's a nailed-on start and he rested last game as well. So Thiago Silva is who I'd go for if you're choosing between those two. So they've taken away my Foden points. I'm not happy at all. So this is how I'm going to line up. Bellingham might change after team. Maguire might change after I see the teams as well. Sosa will probably change to someone. I don't really trust Croatia as many of you are. But Messi and Mbappe are definitely not going anywhere. Saka pets in. I'd go for Saka. Although I feel like they'll share their minutes in this game. I feel like Saka is going to play like 50, 60 minutes. And if the game goes to extra time, Foden is probably going to play the other 40, 50 minutes. So they're going to share a lot. Thank you for all you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We will be back again for the quarterfinals as well. I think it starts on, is it Wednesday or something? Hopefully we get some really good last 16 matches for sure. I can see on Twitter like nearly everyone has Messi, nearly everyone has Theo Hernandez. It's crazy. I think where you can really benefit is if you pick the right option between Saka, Foden, and Bellingham. If a lot of people go for Saka and Bellingham, and then you have Foden and he scores 2 goals and the other's blank, that is where you can probably benefit. If you trust Spain and they end up winning that game 3-0, which that could help you as well. I appreciate it, Igor. Thank you for watching. I didn't go for Messi. As in, you are very brave. Australia. They are playing against Australia, and they played really well against Poland. Messi was very unlucky not to score that day. Obviously, he missed a penalty, but he had like 2-3 other chances in the box. Alvarez played really well, so I think he's going to keep his position. My team is Nopet, Shaw, Sosa, Hernandez, Marquinhos, Dumfries, Gakpo, Mbappe, Messi, then bench Bruno, Gavi, and Shaqiri. So you've gone for Gavi and Shaqiri as the differentials, no problem with that. Replacing Di Maria with Saka. Go for it. I don't mind that at all. At least you have Gakpo, you have Messi and Mbappe at least. Theo Hernandez as well. Everyone has Theo Hernandez. How many people own him right now? Marquinhos, Dumfries, no problem with that at all as well. Although I think USA will score, so I probably wouldn't go for both Marquinhos and Nopet, but at least they're playing the first game, so you can always bring on the subs if you prefer. Saka's ownership is scary. I think I came across it yesterday. I think he's amongst like the top 3 players who are owned. It's scary. I'm also crazy not to go for him being an Arsenal fan. I absolutely love him. So as I said, if he starts, he might end up coming into my team anyway. I feel like I need an Argentina defender. Pets in. Yeah, if you have the money, I probably wouldn't go for Norbert. I'd go for Martinez, and then because you already have Dumfries. But if you can't afford that, I'd probably take out Dumfries for an Argentina defender. You have to have a defender from Argentina and Netherlands. But Argentina, you definitely need a defender from Argentina. You don't need a defender from Netherlands, but you definitely need a defender from Argentina. Liad says so. I'm going to go with Blaine plus Bellingham instead of Otamendi plus Saka. So I can cover Netherlands and already got Martinez. So yeah, no problem at all with that. But as someone said, Saka's ownership is scary. So if you leave like 1 million in the bank or something, I don't. That's great. So you can change it before the England game starts and Saka is starting. But yeah, Blaine Bellingham. Hopefully they can cover for the likes of Saka. I'm well, Cameron. You're welcome. Gakpo, Richarlison. I'm edging towards Richarlison. I'm edging towards Richarlison as well, to be fair, because he's playing against South Korea, who've conceded a few goals this competition, and Gakpo is playing against USA, who've only conceded how many goals? One. And it was a penalty, right? Yes. USA have only conceded a penalty so far this whole competition. So there's that as well. So I'm leaning towards Richarlison as well. Oh yes, and I know that I found that name very interesting. I hope top one Morocco, that is me, have 202 points. Well done, and that is crazy. Let me just check how the league standings are at the moment. To give the top a differential pick. I mean, the likes of ZH are differentials. Giroud is a differential. Even Morata, I feel like is a differential. If Spain are going to win that game, I feel like Morata is the one who's going to score. Saka, Soldier Boy. Now we'll play, yes. Martin is my backup goalkeeper. I forgot to mention I could replace Dumfries for Otamendi or Tagliafico. No, don't go for Tagliafico. I wouldn't go for Acuna or Tagliafico. I feel like the rotation risk there is way too much. So I could replace Dumfries for Otamendi or Tagliafico. If you replace Dumfries, you can go for Otamendi. But I prefer having Dumfries and Martinez in goal rather than a defender from Argentina and a goalkeeper from Netherlands, if you know what I mean. Because I feel like you can take out Dumfries and he can score 2 goals this match day. So I'm slightly scared about taking out Dumfries in your case. Best goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. So in terms of the leagues, I'm currently 11th in the league. I'm definitely happy with that. Very, very happy with being 11th. So Rection, Mayday Tommy, is Mayday Tommy watching this? Wittgenstein, Bottle Jobs. Some, I hope top one Morocco is number 6 now. But I think they didn't update it from yesterday because you're saying you have 202 points. So they've definitely not updated these leagues. Igor is in the top 10 as well. Well done. Will I Am is in the top 10 as well. Neat is in the top 10. And Shojik is in the top 10 as well. Interesting. I want to win this league. I'd be very happy if I created a league and won it. But hopefully I get top 10, though, because I can't compete with the likes with, I hope, top one Morocco and Igor. These guys are too good, way better. Who's the best 6.5 million midfielder? Klassen, Rabiot, Casemiro, or Enzo? I'm going to go for Klassen. Norbert, Alisson, Theo, Shaw, Dumfries, Acuna, no, McAllister, Foden, Olmo, Mbappe, Messi, Richards. I like that team, Nesh. You've gone for a couple of differentials in Foden and McAllister. You get 4 transfer during the weeks, during the match day. So if Foden doesn't start, you can just switch to Saka or Bellingham. So I think that is Cancelo has a high ownership. Yes, he does, but he's not really done anything attacking wise. I actually feel, you know what? I actually feel Dallas played better than Cancelo, especially in terms of going forward since the friendly matches before the World Cup and this World Cup. I feel like Dallas done better going forward. But obviously you can't really drop Cancelo. But yeah, I do expect Switzerland to score. I'm not really worried about not owning. If I bring in Cancelo into this team, I would have to change. I have like that 3 million in the bank, so I can take out Sosa for Cancelo. But I feel like Switzerland is going to score anyway. I'm 15th in your league, says Nash. That's Thanes 86 or Thanes 86. Is it Thanes? Tron says Rekishan. Top. Tron is top of the table. That is crazy, man. Well done. Well done for being top. You're an MVP. Who did you have last time? Maybe you should be hosting this show. I wish there were prizes, but don't worry. In the future, there will be. In the future, there will be. Yeah. Also, both of your goalkeepers scored 7 points. Mitrovic, Sané, De Bruyne. But you'll definitely make the description in this league. I'll start putting the winners of the UCL and the World Cup Fantasy in the description. You become. But Tron, I'm thinking Glenn Kitely is going to win this league, so I can't prize myself. Best Di Maria replacement. If you want someone directly from the same team, you can go for all the midfielders we've talked about, like Fernandes if you prefer. But I think the likes of De Jong are better, or Ziyech. Do you think De Jong is worth it over Klaassen? Clearly, because they have De Jong. But who knows? Maybe we have Klaassen on the bench as well. I'm activating Power Captain. Go for it, Ezin. So only 8 minutes remaining. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Obviously, if you have something to ask or anything, you can just comment down on this video, tweet or on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter as well at Glenn Kitely. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one.